Hello, all you sports fans out there, and welcome to the Hot Seat Sports Talk. Welcome back, guys. Eric, you're back.
Yes, I am back.
Great to have you back.
Yeah.
Is it though? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's keep it. Yeah, no, we need. You should stay.
Yeah. Let's stay. We got a ton to talk about.
Yes, we do.
All right, first up, last night.
Great game.
Great game.
Great game.
Vikings, Rams.
Good fight.
38-31.
Who won that game?
The Rams.
Did you say the Vikings?
No, I said Vikings and Rams.
Yeah, you said Vikings and Rams, but you never said who won the game. So that's why I asked.
Rams
who
are
won
now
the game. 4-0.
4-0. And Jared Goff had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a really good performance. He had 400 yards, was it?
At least 450.
Yeah.
400, above 400, 5 touchdowns. He put some work on this defense.
Do you know what he's looking like? He's looking like a #1 overall pick.
And I don't want to ruin the mood early in the show, but I am beside with rage right now because I sat him.
Oh,
in our
yeah.
league.
Yeah,
That's
he
your
did.
fault,
Yeah, I sat him. 49 points for him. So,
Yeah.
and of course, I'm starting Phillip Rivers.
bro. So you should be fine.
He's
playing the 49ers.
I'm not sure.
He'll do a little bit of damage.
Throwing
He'll
6
be fine.
touchdowns.
He'll be fine.
Cue Phil Swift. That's a lot of damage.
And of course, the guy I'm playing, Cooper Kupp and Kirk Cousins in one night.
Cooper, Kupp, dude.
Where did he come from?
Eastern Washington.
It's either.
Thanks, Brian.
That's
Thanks.
university.
Thanks. It's either last week. It was Robert Woods who had 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Now it's Cooper Kupp.
Well, everybody
Woods
got
showed
passed
up
around a
little
touchdown
bit in
though.
this game,
Todd
too.
Gurley had a touchdown.
That made
Cooper
me a little
Kupp had
mad.
2.
Robert
and Brandon
Woods.
Cooks and Robert Woods got passed around.
Every touchdown was a passing touchdown in this game.
Yep.
That makes me happy because
That-
I
well,
went
It was
against
against a
Todd
really good
Gurley.
defense too.
Well, that's why I
It
didn't
was
start.
presumed. Run
That's
defense.
why I didn't start
Presumed
golf because I thought it'd be like, a 17-14 game, not
You
a
should be
shootout.
fine. He's playing the 49ers, Phillip Rivers. You should be fine.
I think he'll do a little bit if he hits them. He'll put up some decent numbers. It's not going to be Jared Goff. I will say it right now, he's going to be the #1 for Week 4. #1 quarterback for Week 4.
Yeah, I'm not benching him again.
Well, I mean,
When it comes to the rest of the
we'll look at who
season,
he's playing against.
when it comes
Yeah.
to the rest of the season, do you think he'll
Well-
stay this hot?
No.
Not this hot.
Well, it depends on who he plays.
Well, who does he play?
If
Well, I know he plays the Lions.
Well, that's.
Well, speaking
gonna
of
be
the
a win.
Lions,
Speaking of the
they're
Lions,
going to run Gurley in that game, I feel like.
Well,
It's going to be
yeah.
a lot of Gurley against
we
the
have a
Lions.
bad run defense.
speaking of the Lions, we're on the board.
We are on the board.
1 and 2.
That took a while.
Now, looking at this one, look at the game. They made Brady look horrible.
Oh,
They showed
there was a video released on Twitter. This was one of the most back and forth games I've seen for like defensive wise because they all had an idea of what was coming at them. Patricia comes from New England. He's the defensive coordinator, so I mean I think he'd have an idea of how to run a defense against him. There was a video on Twitter, and what Stafford called an audible. A few guys on New England's line and their defense
That's a
were
toss.
yelling, "It's a toss."
And it was a toss, and it lost 4.5 yards.
Yep.
But in the end,
The Lions also knew a few of their audibles, but hey,
Wow.
it was back and forth.
well, now Detroit is now ranked #1 in the league in pass defense.
Oh,
They are.
They have to be.
They haven't allowed over
Going
500
great.
yards passing this year.
Slay, Quinn, doing work.
Killebrew. Yeah.
Killebrew.
Offenses finally look like it's coming together.
Yep.
Kerryon Johnson, 100 yards rushing, first time
First time in 5 years.
in
A
5
long time.
years.
But
We
now we need the 1,000-yard rusher.
He's got potential.
5 years. We were like 12 last time that happened.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a very long time.
Put
Well,
that in
you guys were
perspective.
12. I was 13.
Thanks.
Shut it.
We don't. Okay.
Don't be that
Okay.
guy.
Now the Lions are second favorites to win the division. We have better odds than Green Bay winning the division.
That's
Obviously
pretty
the
shocking.
Vikings.
I want to say it's
Obviously-
because we're not tied.
Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a tie.
Yeah.
And look who we're playing against this week. Dallas.
But Dallas is favored.
Of course they are.
I wouldn't deny that.
I wouldn't deny it either. They're
I'm playing Dallas.
66% chance of winning.
Do you remember the last time Detroit went to Dallas? What happened?
Tony Romo.
No, the
Pass interference
Brandon
or
Pettigrew
whatever it was.
interference call.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. No, wait, no. I think that it was regular season we got blown out.
Yeah.
Remember when Desu had a touchdown pass?
When When
That's
flea
when the last
flicker?
time. That's the last time
Or
Detroit won
not
to
the
Dallas.
flea flicker on the trick play?
Yeah, Des threw a touchdown. That was the last time Detroit won to Dallas, and they lost. So, biggest thing the Lions have to do, they have to stop Zeke.
Oh man, their run defense needs to show up.
Their pass defense is fine.
Zeke,
Well,
I
it doesn't
haven't
help
really
when-
heard much of.
But that doesn't help when Dallas has no receivers whatsoever.
They lost Dez.
And Witten.
And, oh yeah, forgot about that. That's a big
Because their
one,
tight ends
too.
haven't been showing up either. They're trying to find
No.
a starter. Rico Gathers is doing nothing.
Isn't Gavin Escobar still on there or no? Or
It's me.
Jason or Hannah or whatever his name is?
If they are, they're not producing.
I haven't heard anything about anybody getting cut.
Hmm.
If anything, they need to look to add people.
They're just switching their lineup around, seeing who can do what against who. I think it's more of like who's going to be able to block in certain situations, who's going to be able to catch the ball and run with it, get some yards.
We'll talk about it when we do our predictions. But for now, let's go over to the other Detroit team, the hockey team.
Hockey?
Detroit.
Hockey?
The regular we're undefeated in the preseason, but I know it's preseason. But
Yep.
will it carry over?
Meaning they're going to have an undefeated season?
Not an undefeated
Heck
season.
no.
No.
Heck
Not an
no.
undefeated
Calm yourself.
season.
Calm yourself.
I will
But
say
the-
that there's going to be momentum with the first few games. Lots of momentum. They're hyped up a little.
There will be momentum,
But
but
they're
the
gonna
question
send
is it going to carry over?
But the question is, are they going to keep the same roster?
I think they'll try it throughout the game.
But there's so many good young guys on their team that.
I wouldn't say it'll be exactly the same as the preseason. They're going to switch a few guys in and out just to make it.
Oh, yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
eventually, it'll happen to get all those 5 guys out there at the same time, though.
So and now the final week in baseball for the regular season. The AL is all locked up. Boston, Houston, New York, Oakland, and Cleveland are in. The National League, Atlanta, Milwaukee, and Chicago, the Cubs, are in. The West is still up for grabs. Meaning it's between Colorado and Los Angeles.
And what did we talk about before?
That they're going to
It'd be
get.
Colorado or Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, we said this in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody did say something
Let's see.
about that.
Ooh, Colorado's got Washington this weekend, and LA's got San Francisco.
Obviously, the
Washington
matchups
is
are
gonna
in
win
favor
that.
for the Dodgers.
As of right,
Who's pitching?
Kershaw's definitely pitching.
Kershaw is definitely pitching one of them.
For sure.
So it's as of right now. If it would to end right now, LA would be in the wild card, second wild card.
It'll be close. It'll be close, but I'm thinking it's going to be Colorado.
Me too.
LA has to win the division in order to at least have a shot at the World Series.
Yep.
They can't be a wild card. They have to win. They have to win the division. So we'll find out at the end of the weekend. So not NHL preseason, the NBA preseason start up this weekend. Biggest predictions for both leagues. We'll start with the NHL first. Start with you.
Biggest prediction?
Yeah. Biggest bust, biggest underdog, favorite.
I do not think Washington will be favored this year. Well, they'll probably be favored, but I don't think they'll make it all the way again. I know they had a lot of hype last year, but I don't think they'll come back. I think Pittsburgh, or their division, whoever, is going to come around and come back.
I won't say Pittsburgh's going all the way. I will say that they'll make it to the playoffs. Washington, I'll put them back in the playoffs. Ovechkin, Backstrom. Excellent combination. I'm going to see the Wings with this kind of younger talent. I want to see it go. See how that works. I think they're going to have a good shot. Boston, I gotta bring my team in here. I don't think they're going to make it. I don't think they're going to make it. They might make it to round 1.
Okay.
But
All right. For me,
I don't know what it
Tampa
is.
Bay will not make the playoffs at all. In fact, they'll have a losing record this year.
Wow.
oh, okay.
Detroit will make it in the playoffs this year. But they'll get bounced, but it's okay. At least they make it. But at least they'll make it. Vegas will win the whole thing.
I knew he'd say that.
Vegas will win the whole
He
thing.
would say that.
They're a good team.
The Blackhawks will make it as well.
Blackhawks
Hey,
come back?
listen to Blackhawks.
They've been in a slump the past few years.
Yeah. And again, like you two, it's a toss-up between Washington and Pittsburgh. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Well, then we'll start with the NBA with you.
Woo. That's a good topic. Okay. So, Golden State still have all their weapons
Yeah.
plus
Plus,
Boogie.
that's huge.
That's huge.
They're gonna make a run. Of course, it's Golden State. Cavs. You're done.
Do you know who the 2
They're
stars
done.
on that team now?
Nah.
They're done.
Colin
Accor-
Sexton and Kevin Love are the 2 stars
According to
now.
what I've
I'd
read,
say they're done. They're not making a run.
according to what I've read, Cleveland is still a favorite in the East.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say that, but
There's-
they're not. They're not gonna.
Not a
win.
favorite to win the whole thing.
No, that's
No,
gonna be,
definitely
Not
not.
anymore.
Oh, definitely not.
It's
No.
gonna be Golden State and LA that everybody's gonna have their eyes on, because they're gonna meet quite a few times, and it's gonna be-
Lakers.
What other LA would?
Clippers?
Clippers? Your
There's
Clippers?
2
Talk
LA
about the
teams.
Clippers on
There's 2 LA
Other
teams.
than me,
There's 2 LA teams, though. Maybe
Yeah.
some people didn't understand what you meant, Eric.
is LeBron on the Clippers?
No, but there's still 2 LA teams.
Is Lonzo on the Clippers?
No, but there's still 2 LA
Is
teams.
Rondo starting over Lonzo
Gentlemen,
on the
I don't know.
Clippers?
I don't know. We gotta wait to see.
Rondo's starting over Lonzo.
All
I
right.
guess he is.
All right, here we go. Here's mine. Golden State will win the whole thing again.
Oh,
Against
wow.
Boston. Please say
I mean, he's
Boston.
gonna say Toronto.
Yes.
Wait. Who?
Boston?
Yes, Boston.
Oh, wow.
I'm liking Boston.
Detroit will make it
Hayward's back.
as a 7th seed
I like that.
to get bounced in 6.
Oh, jeez.
That's okay.
To get bounced in 6. The
That
Spurs will
sounds
make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals to lose to Golden State in 5.
The Spurs in
How
the
do you think
Western
the Spurs are
Conference.
going to do against LA?
How are the Spurs
We'll beat
gonna do
them.
against a
The
whole new
Lakers.
West?
The Lakers.
the
Let
Lakers.
me make that clear.
The biggest star on the
Do you
team
still-
now is just
and
Aldridge.
Excuse me.
Well, who else are the stars now?
DeRozan.
That's true. I forgot about DeRozan.
Yeah,
I keep
DeRozan.
forgetting
Thank
about
you.
DeRozan. I keep forgetting
Hello.
about DeRozan. I keep forgetting about DeRozan. That's a huge move for them.
And you have to keep it. Rudy Gay is going to be a star. Not
He's going to do some things for this team.
On the team, not in the
A
whole
San-
West.
No.
a San Antonio star.
Okay, San Antonio's.
A
There
San
you go.
Antonio type of star.
There you go.
Okay. That's what Rudy Gay will bring. DeJounte Murray
I still
will win
don't
Most
know about
Improved
him.
Player of the Year.
I still don't
Most
know about
improved?
him.
Yes.
I still don't know about him.
And the Spurs will play the Lakers in these quarterfinals. They're beating them in 5. They're not ready. Just because they got LeBron doesn't mean anything.
Who's going to guard LeBron on the Spurs now?
Either DeRozan or Gay.
DeRozan, I think, would have a better shot.
Yes. One of the two. And my biggest bust,
DeRozan's more physical.
probably the biggest bust for me this year, Minnesota or I'd probably say either Milwaukee or the Pacers.
The Pacers. Do you think they'll come back?
Or the Thunder. The Thunder might fall off too.
Oh, I don't know.
See, there's
They
been,
still have Russ and
And
Paul
then-
George.
then
there's
there's
been a lot of moves that have been made.
And then
so
there's
kinda-
Houston.
I think Houston's going to keep
No, Houston will be fine.
They're going to keep rolling.
Carmelo on the bench? That's huge.
Carmelo on the bench is like having, well, what's the word for it? You know, nothing. Yeah, that's
What?
probably. You might as well just have nobody on the bench.
Oh, you mean
Does-
that's a good thing?
No, because Carmelo's worthless and
Worthless.
yeah, he sucks now.
He's not as good as he used to
If
be.
anything, if anybody's going to have most improved season, it'd be Carmelo.
No.
If he can get off
If he
the
plays
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
He'll definitely have a better season.
bench. If he gets off the bench, I'll say, yeah, he's got a shot for
But-
most improved.
But the regular season does not start for a while.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
check
True.
back in when it starts.
Oh, we'll get there.
College football. This week's interesting because every matchup that we're about to read off here has a ranked team. We'll start off with number 12 West Virginia and number 25 Texas Tech. Well, this one's obvious.
West VA.
Thank you.
Texas Tech.
Of course he's going to pick
Thanks,
West
Brian.
Virginia. Central Michigan at Michigan State.
Also another easy choice.
Michigan State. You better not
Yes.
say.
Michigan State, yes.
The work he's going to have a good game. He's going to have 3 touchdowns.
Well, he needs a good game.
4. Okay, I like it. Number 14 Michigan at Northwestern.
Michigan's looking good again. They need to play. Once they play like more high-powered teams, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
yeah.
thing
Once
that
they
they
get
need to
into
do.
once they get into the stronger teams, the bigger teams, like the Ohio States, the Alabama, the.
Oh, Ohio State's gonna kick their
Oh.
butt. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Door.
No.
No.
Eric, have you seen Dwayne Haskins?
Yes.
Do you know how good he is?
Yes.
Ohio State's going to kick our butt.
I won't let it happen.
All right. I'll try to make sure it doesn't.
I'll be there to make sure it doesn't happen.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You coming too?
I'm going Northwestern.
You
There we
need
go.
to leave.
The hobo
Northwestern.
Brian, you can stay. He can go.
Okay.
Northwestern, just because of the fact, because it's in Northwestern.
They're not big enough. That's
We'll see.
just this
We'll
is
see.
how I'm feeling.
We'll see.
They're not physically big enough.
All right, I put these in bold just because they are probably the biggest matchups on paper this week. Ohio State number 4, Penn State number 9.
I like this matchup. Penn State.
Penn State. Yeah, he's going Ohio State.
Ohio State. Oh my gosh.
You can still
Door.
stay.
They're still amazing, man.
I'll let
Come
you
on.
stay. That's
Yeah,
okay for
yeah.
this one. Just
I don't
because-
like them,
Number-
but they're amazing. You got to pick them.
Number 7, Stanford. Number 8, Notre Dame. Okay, after Stanford's win against Oregon last week, which shouldn't have happened. If you're Oregon, why
What happened?
are you trying to fight for extra yards? There's 51 seconds
Yeah.
left in the game.
Bad coaching.
Exactly.
They didn't know what to do under pressure.
Stanford goes down, kicks a field goal, tie it, and then you win in overtime. That's horrible. They got the momentum. I'm going with the Cardinal.
If anything, I think Notre Dame has more momentum than anything.
feeling
I'm gonna
Notre
go
Dame.
Notre Dame.
Fighting
Fine.
Irish.
All right. Number 20, BYU. At number 11, Washington.
BYU's impressing this season. I mean, BYU.
BYU is full of upsets this year. I'll go BYU.
I'm going to go BYU.
Number 19, Oregon. At number 24, California.
Speaking of Oregon.
I'm going with California. Just because Oregon is not going to be right when they come back.
I'll still go with Oregon.
I'm going to go for Oregon, though, too. They need that comeback.
Yeah. All right, National Football League. Week 4. Miami at New England. Who's favorite? Let's see. New England's favorite, obviously.
Yep.
Miami's 3-0. New England's 1-2.
For now.
For now, after coming off that loss, New England's 1-2 after coming off the loss to Detroit.
Detroit Pride.
If you guys, I wasn't here last week. I know that I was out.
I think I picked the Lions to lose.
If you told me the Lions were going to beat New England this year, I'd not have believed you.
I mean, I wouldn't have either.
I'm
Yeah.
being honest. I wouldn't have believed
I
you.
mean, you took New England last week too.
I think I did.
So, but in terms of this game and the spread, there is no spread when it comes to this one.
Oh, no.
New England will win this game easily. Brady will have 4 touchdowns.
I wouldn't say easily.
That's my
I
bold
feel like
prediction.
it'll be.
That's
it's
my
a
bold prediction. for this
Division
week.
game. Huge stakes for both of them. Miami wanting to go 4-0. Patriots need a comeback win. I mean, come on, you can't underestimate Tom Brady. Sorry, Hunter.
2 passing, 1 rushing.
2 passing, 1 rushing.
2 passing from Brady, 1 rushing from someone on New England.
What about Miami?
Because Tannehill's been a sleeper.
I'll throw you the bone here. Stills will get 2.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
And then just because he's on my team, Kenyon Drake,
Please
We'll give him
do
2.
something.
we'll give him 2.
I told you he'd be a
Please.
bust. Nobody listens to me.
Hey, he had
Okay.
a good first week.
All right.
New England, come on. New England's going to win this.
New England's going to win this, though.
Yeah.
1 to
then-
Gronk, 1 to Hogan.
And then we have
Gronk needs to
Houston.
come back.
Houston's going to Indy, and after I said Luck's going to have a big game, he kind of did. He almost won that game.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost won that game.
But look at the other side of this.
But-
Houston's trash so far this season.
Yeah, Indy's going to blow
Indy's
them out.
going to win this at home.
I'm going to pick Indy.
Yep.
It'll be close.
Cincinnati and Atlanta.
Atlanta's
Cincinnati's
looking-
-4.
Atlanta's looking good.
Atlanta's not looking. They're looking okay after
They're
they
looking
lost that
good.
shootout
They're still looking
to
good,
New
though.
Orleans.
Come on, that was a
Yes.
great game, though.
But I'm going with the red onion with this one,
No.
and picking Dalton and the Bengals for this one. So
I'm going to go with the Bengals, too.
I'm going to go with the Falcons, man. Calvin Ridley, emerging star, question
Okay.
mark. How many touchdowns did he have?
yeah,
3.
thank you.
3 touchdowns.
I thought you were about to stop at 2. I was going to say.
I was thinking about doing a half, but I'm like, how do you have half a touchdown? So 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's up with Julio though? Seriously,
Calvin
like,
Ridley. That's what's up.
Like Julio
But-
doesn't
wait a
exist
second.
anymore.
Calvin Ridley.
What if two guys catch the ball at the same time and they both hold on to it? Is that a touchdown to both players or just
And
one?
You
whoever
could get
takes the
3
ball
points.
first. It's,
Or you
whoever,
could get 3 points.
it's whoever probably snags the ball away first. Like whoever gives the ball to the ref, unless they both
Who's
do
ever-
it at the same time.
Whose ever hand touches it first?
Okay.
What if they do it
Okay.
at the exact same time?
We'll have to replay it.
Okay.
Ridley and Julio just
Okay.
go at the same time. They
Both
both
each
with
holding one hand and they're
grab.
running together in synchronized motion.
Okay. After the most shocking upset of the year so far, Buffalo's at Green Bay.
All right,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna admit it. I said Minnesota was gonna cream them.
So did
my
I.
Gosh, that was Josh Allen with the hurdle.
That was
That was
The way-
awesome yet dangerous at the same time.
The way that they. Okay.
Kirk Cousins had 3 turnovers himself, I think. Interception, 2 fumbles. I
Or,
believe.
no, he had 2 picks, 1 fumble.
2 picks and a fumble.
Oh, was that?
And he had a touchdown to Kyle Rudolph.
Yes, there was a pick
One.
six. There was a pick six.
Thank you.
I will say, if one of them was not tipped by the line, there was a tip ball. It would.
Yeah, there's a tip.
There was a tip ball.
Yep.
If that did go through, the defender was already cutting under it. That would have been
But
another pick.
But here's the thing. They're going to Green Bay. Green Bay lost to Washington last week by a
Yes,
pretty
they
good margin.
did.
Washington's looking pretty okay, too.
But the spread here is 9.5. But
I don't think it should be that deep.
it shouldn't be. But
I mean, I get where they're coming from because Green Bay, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Clay Matthews. Enough with the roughing the passer calls,
Oh my
please.
gosh.
save that for another time.
The ball was in his hands.
We'll save that for next week. But Buffalo's got the NFC North momentum. That's why they're going to beat Green Bay this week.
All right. I'm still going with Green Bay, but
I
I
gotta
don't
go
think
Green Bay, too.
I don't think it should be that much of a spread.
All right, for this next game, a respectable spread, like we were talking about, Detroit at Dallas.
I don't know how Dallas is favored.
Me neither,
They're
but it's not
not
that
looking
big of a
good.
spread.
They beat New England, they'll beat Dallas.
They should.
They should.
They will.
All right. I respect that.
They will. So we're all taking Detroit, obviously.
I'll
Yes.
take Detroit.
New York, the Jets, at Jacksonville. After Jacksonville lost to the Titans last week,
What happened,
By
guys?
3. No touchdowns
we
from
didn't
anyone.
even mention this game last week because we all for sure thought that this was a lock, that Jacksonville was going to win.
Yeah.
But of course not. But of course, Tennessee wins that game. But
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville wins this one.
They're coming back.
Yeah. Had to.
Yeah.
They have to.
All right. Tampa Bay at Chicago. Tampa Bay's -3. Fitzmagic goes to the Windy City.
I'm gonna like this game.
Fitzmagic
That's
has
what
run
I'm
out.
feeling.
Fitzmagic is no more.
I'll say he's on
The
half
Bears
empty.
will win this
he's
game.
half
He
empty.
just had a bad day.
He's on like at half right
He had
now.
a rough day. I'm gonna.
And Jordan
say-
Howard scores 2 touchdowns.
I'll give Howard 2. I will give Deshaun Jackson 1. I will give Mike Evans 2.
I will give Chicago the win.
I'll give Trey Burton 1 as well. All right.
Tampa Bay gets the win though.
Wow.
Yes. Oh wait, no, I changed that. Never mind. Chicago's got
Khalil
this.
Mack's gonna
Yeah.
intercept this.
Philadelphia at Tennessee, -3.5, which is pretty surprising.
The Wentz wagon is back. Played in his first game last week.
Yep.
Was actually pretty okay.
He did all right.
Philly will win this
He did
one.
what he had to do.
I will give it to Philly though.
I'll give it to
Yes,
Philly, yeah.
I agree
Philly
with
will
that.
win this one. Seattle, who's 1-2, at Arizona, who's -3.
Who's also 0-3.
Who's 0-3. Why in the world did they put Josh Rosen in with 4 minutes left to go in the game when they're down 2?
Because Sam Bradford does not know how to play football for the Arizona
Well,
Cardinals.
apparently Josh Rosen doesn't know how to play football either.
He's a rookie playing 4 minutes. They put him
So
in
you're
the worst
throwing-
situation ever.
That's terrible coaching.
No,
that
they
is
just want to see him
terrible.
do it. They probably already knew they were going to lose, even though
That's
it
the
was close.
spirit. Yeah, we're like, we're probably going to lose this game.
4
We're
minutes.
down
is
2
a
with 4 minutes to
lot
go.
of time.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's totally what goes to the
Plays
mind of
only
an
run
NFL
for about
coach.
an average
said he
of
wanted the
7 seconds.
He said he wanted the hype.
That's
I listened to the
ridiculous.
interview. They said he wanted the hype of the rookie quarterback. See what they do, and they even said they put him in the worst situation possible. But they're
To
going to
help
look
him,
over.
gain experience. Blah, 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 blah. But that you don't do
Well,
that.
you need experience in the NFL, or else you're going to choke.
This
Yeah.
early, I don't think you should have done that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I like.
I think he'll be better than Sam Bradford.
I like what they were thinking, but I don't think you should have done it this early.
Yeah. So,
Arizona's just looking bad at all.
Develop
Seattle-
a decent record. then
Seattle's
go
going to win
for
this. I got Seattle.
I got Seattle.
it.
Wait
I'm gonna go
a
with
minute.
Arizona.
Whoa.
I just got a feeling David
Is
Johnson.
that your upset for the week?
Yeah.
All right, he's going with Arizona for his
Yeah.
upset for this week. Cleveland at Oakland. Baker Mayfield's first start.
And
He's gonna be good.
And Cleveland, I'm taking Cleveland as my upset for this week.
I mean,
I'm taking Cleveland as my upset.
Antonio Callaway is turning into a star with Baker in there. With Baker in there, in general, the receivers are going to be great.
Yes.
yes.
He's so accurate when it comes to the ball.
When he came in for Taylor, first few passes, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Just amazing passes. Split, thread the needle right through the defense between defenders. He's got some good speed on his passes. He's got some heat behind it. It's accurate.
Good ball.
He's
Oh, yeah.
mobile.
Plus, he's had a lot of time to prepare.
Yes. I
So-
like that he's a little bit mobile, too.
I got Cleveland in my upset for this week.
I gotta agree with you. I'm gonna go
Take-
with that as my
take it.
upset too.
All right. The San Francisco 49ers, -10 at the Los Angeles Chargers. I've taken the Chargers as my lock.
Ah man, you read my mind.
Taking the Chargers
Come on.
as my lock. Phillip Rivers for this game right here. 400 yards passing and 4 touchdowns this week.
So you just want him to pass Goff or at least come close, right?
Correct.
Do you know what's huge and why also I picked him as my lock? Jimmy Garoppolo's gone.
Exactly.
Tore his ACL. CJ Beathard is.
That's another
nothing.
reason I'd even think about. Plus, I'm just so.
Come on,
I'm
just
still
San
mad.
Francisco's just having a horrible year injury wise.
Yes.
Yep.
Phillip Rivers, you're gonna have a day. You're gonna have a day.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be that great of a day, but it'll be a day.
It'll be a
It's gonna be
day.
a day. It's gonna be a day. New Orleans at New York. The
Both-
Giants
Both have some hype behind them.
-3.5. The Giants are the underdog. Remember the last time these two teams got together at the Superdome? 48-45 is shootout.
Very high scoring game.
Yes, but since it's in New York, it's outside. It's not going to be high scoring.
I don't think it'll be super high scoring.
Final
I'd say
score-
it'll go maybe.
Final score.
The running game's going to be huge for both teams.
Final score: New Orleans 31, New York 28.
Man, even got some points up here. Wow, that's pretty high scoring.
Nah, that's average compared to what these two teams are used to.
I'm actually going to go with New York on this.
Ooh.
I'm going to favor New York here.
Okay. And the last one, Kansas City at Denver. Denver's -4.5. Emmanuel Sanders, you're gonna have a day as well. You're gonna have 2 touchdowns, as opposed to the rushing touchdown you had last week. You're gonna have 2 receiving this week.
All right.
So
Kansas City.
Denver all the way.
Mahomes.
He's huge. 13 passing touchdowns in 3
Tyreek
games.
Hill did not produce last week though.
No,
He didn't need to produce.
Thank God.
He didn't need to.
Kelsey was there, though.
Yes, he was.
I was a little bit upset about that, but.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
He was there.
2 touchdowns. Finally, he's re-submerged. There we go.
Hopefully he'll
we
be
didn't,
submerged.
Hey, we didn't get your lock.
Oh, my lock is Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Guess who's not going to be there to cover Antonio Brown? The #1 corner in Baltimore.
James Conner.
James Conner.
1 of each.
So, right now, it's the way that it's looking. Antonio Brown is expected to have a really good game. Juju's expected to have a really good game. James Conner is expected to do pretty decent.
Even though Baltimore has a pretty good running defense.
If Big Ben can show up, these
Probably.
receivers are going to do great.
Even though
That's the question.
Even
'cause
though-
Big Ben can be inconsistent
Even
so
though
many times.
Pittsburgh is 1-1-1.
Yes. Antonio is expected to burn this guy on almost every play.
He's
Just
got to.
blow right by him.
Even though we have so many people that are 1-1 this year. Green Bay 1-1-1.
Yep.
Minnesota's not
1-1 and
1-1-2. Pittsburgh is 1-1-1.
Yeah.
Cleveland is 1-1-1.
I've
That
never
it?
seen this many ties before.
Yeah, me neither.
That is it.
I don't like ties.
Me neither. We talked about it last
It
week.
throws
So.
off a few things.
All right, fantasy zone. Let's get to it. Thank you.
So ready.
Let's go.
Starts of the week. Quarterback. We got Patrick Mahomes. Come on.
Obviously.
Come on. Hottest team in the league
He's
right now.
on
Hottest quarterback in the league
fire.
right now. How are you not going to start him?
They're not the hottest team in the league.
Who's the hottest team in the league?
The Los Angeles Rams are the hottest team in the league.
The Rams are right now. I'd say
Second hottest team in the league, at least in the AFC.
Hottest team in the AFC. There you go.
And then you got Phillip Rivers. I mean, we just talked about this. Their defense,
Thank you.
horrible against the quarterback.
Thank you, thank you,
23
thank you.
points. And Rivers, just amazing. Who you got for sits?
The Fitzmagic. Against the Bears.
I can agree with that. I can
Okay.
agree with that.
Fitzmagic has opened the season with one of the hottest starts in fantasy football. But can he keep it up in the winning season? The Bears have allowed an average of fewer than 14 fantasy points per game for quarterbacks on their home field. So don't be shocked if Fitzmagic comes to an abrupt end this week.
I will not be shocked.
Derek Carr against the Cleveland Browns. Really?
Derek Carr.
Okay. Marcus Mariota against the Eagles. Really? Dak Prescott against the Lions. Really? Bortles against the Jets. Yeah.
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah, but send him anyways.
yes.
Running backs, go. Let's
Talked
go.
about it earlier. Jordan Howard is going to produce big against this Bucks lack of run defense.
Yes.
And you got Lamar Miller. I mean, the Colts are giving up a lot to running backs. Like last week, they gave up 14 points and
Yep.
5 catches to running backs.
Yep. Sid Crowell against the Jags,
Agree.
obviously. Jay Ajayi against the Titans.
Still injured.
Yes.
He's still injured.
Derrick Henry against the Eagles. Through 3 weeks, Deion Lewis has dominated the snaps, 112 to 78.
Wow.
Wow.
In what has been a backfield of committee, so don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it. Alfred Morris against the Chargers. Chargers. Their defense is bouncing back this week.
Third.
The Chargers are going to bounce
Alright.
back, period.
All right, I'll give him a few.
After
a
they
few
lost,
extra points there.
they lost in the LA Showdown last week.
Oh,
Which was a good showdown.
So, Jamal Williams against the Bills.
Aaron Jones
Just
is back.
just said any Green Bay running back.
Well,
at
Aaron
this
Jones
point.
is back too, so it's going to be a committee.
I'll agree
Yes.
with
Receivers, go.
Talked about it as well. Emmanuel Sanders, Chiefs.
that. Yes.
I mean, he's ranked 12th in touches in the league.
Yep.
That's huge. And he can also prove to rush it for a touchdown, if you saw.
He also wasn't really here last year, so I feel like that's having a
coming back.
little
Case
bit of
Keenum's looking
impact
more at
this
him.
year. Yep.
And then we
Yeah.
got Will Fuller versus the Colts. I mean, this Colts defense is still looking weak. And whenever Deshaun Watson plays with Will Fuller, there's always huge numbers with
Something
them.
happens.
Always huge numbers with them.
Oh, yeah. Receivers, sit Marquise Goodwin against the Chargers. Sit any since Garoppolo is no more. Sit Deshaun Jackson against the Bears.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Yes, because it's the Bears defense.
Bears. The
Keenan
Bears.
Cole against the Jets.
Okay.
If you haven't already noticed, there's a pattern here. Dramano, whatever how you pronounce it.
Geronimo Allison.
Green Bay.
Yes.
Pick up the pattern, okay? Robbie Anderson against the Jags. Again, the pattern. Tight ends.
You gotta start Trey Burton.
Oh,
He had a huge game last week, and then Bucks. And you guys are gonna be so shocked when I say his name. Eric
Yes. I was
Jack
waiting
Doyle.
For that one to
Jack
come
Doyle
up.
missed last game, and he's set to miss another game.
I was waiting.
And then the
for
Texans
Ebron to
give
come
up 14 points per game to tight ends. Ebron looks great too so far, cold.
Oh, yeah.
So I would start
He's
him.
got hands this year. I don't know what happened. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what
not
he's been
fair.
doing.
That's
He's
not fair.
got hands this year.
Tight end. Sit Jared Cook against Cleveland.
Unfortunately. yeah.
Sit George Kittle against the Chargers.
Not surprised.
Okay.
Even though he's tough to bench, but how can you trust him without Garoppolo?
Exactly.
Benjamin Watson against the Giants. He's coming off a 5-catch, 71-yard performance against the Falcons, but wouldn't expect same success against the Giants.
All right.
So, and Dallas Goddard against the Titans. Even you know he came out of nowhere,
Rookie tight end for the Philadelphia
but
Eagles.
you can't trust him. So
Well,
you said
Ertz.
Charles Clay against the Packers, Severian Jacobs against the Jets, Vance McDonald's against Baltimore, and Cameron Brayton at Chicago. And I won't trust O.J. Howard either.
I mean, I'm going to go through this quick because we just talked about it. You got to start the Jags defense against the Jets, and you got to start the Chargers against the 49ers. I mean, come
I
on.
like it.
Come on.
Cleveland, start them.
I'm gonna say start Cleveland.
Start Cleveland.
All right,
I'm
let's
gonna
add
say
it.
that.
Add it on the list.
Start Vinatieri this week too.
Jabril Peppers. just
Start
showed
Prater
up a
because it's
little
going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week.
All right.
So, and we're out of time. It looks like we're done for the week. So please follow our channel on YouTube and our Instagram at the Hossie Sports Talk. And of course, apologies to St. Martin, ran out of time again this week. What can I say? So, until next week, as always, keep it fresh.